Hey guys, it's Experimental Liquids here with a video tutorial on how to jailbreak your iPod or iPhone. And after that, we're going to show you how to get GPS phone for free, or you can pay for it depending on your ethics. And with GPS phone, we'll show you how to get Pokemon, or pretty much any other Game Boy Advance ROM you want.
Okay, so first of all, you will need to get the firmware as here on my desktop. So you will need to go to this website, which we will have a link in the description below, and you need to choose what firmware we're going to get, depending on your iPod, what generation iPod you have. So for first or second generation iPods, you will need to click this. For third generation, you will need to get this, and for fourth generation, you need to click this. And when you download that, make sure you download it to your desktop. And then you will also need to download Red Snow, which will also have a link for the download in the description.
Okay, so after you have Red Snow, you want to right-click it and run it as administrator. Okay, so click yes, obviously, and so click browse and then find that IPSW file. It'll default go to desktop. That's why we had you place it there. So then it'll process the firmware.
Firmware. For the pros.
Not firmware. Okay, so after it's identified it, click next. And so now it'll prepare the jailbreak data.
And it'll patch the kernel.
Yeah.
For the pros.
Yeah. You want your kernel patched. Okay.
Some sort of sexual
Okay,
reference
so it's after you do this, you want to choose install Cydia and enable battery percentage.
You don't have
preference.
to. Yeah. And definitely do not enable multitasking gestures. It's terrible.
It's really obtrusive.
Yeah. So you need to go next. And then you will need to turn off your iPod or iPhone, whatever you have.
You want to keep it connected though.
Yeah, keep it connected. Make sure it's connected to your computer. So you will need to practice this a few times. Once you click next, you will need to hold down the power button for 3 seconds. After that, you will need to hold down the power button and the home button for 10 seconds. And then after that, you'll need to release the power button and hold the home button for 15 seconds. So we will do that right now.
Yes.
Hold down the power for 3, 2, 1. And then without releasing the power button, also hold down the home button for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And without releasing the home button, release the power button, but keep holding the home button for 11, 10, 9, 8, and you won't even have to finish the countdown for it to find your iPod.
It depends.
It depends.
And after this, some weird things will be flashing on your screen. A line of code will go down, but don't really worry about that. And after after your iPod's finished restarting, then we'll show you how to get GPS phone. And that's the actual recording.
Okay.
Now stop.
And once your iPod is finished rebooting, you can now open it. And you can now go to the Cydia app that previously wasn't there if you haven't jailbroken your iPod. And you should open the Cydia app. And if you haven't opened it before, it will close, but that's how it's supposed to go. And once you do that, you need to go to Manage, and it will and go to Sources, then Edit, then Add Sources, and then this page will pop up. Now keep that open, and you need to add the source, which we will include in the description. And once you have that added, you need to go to G, and you should go to GPS phone. So you need to open that and install that and wait for that to open. And you will need to confirm, but I've already downloaded it, so I'm not going to do that again. And once that is finished downloading, you will need to get GPS phone BIOS, which will be located right under it. And yeah, do the same thing. And after you've done that, you can add GBA ROM's popular pack, which will also be under G. Yeah, right here. And which will contain Pokemon Emerald if you want to play that. And however, if you want to get one of the more recent games, well, as recent as Game Boy Advance wise, you need to install this EmuROMs, which you can find under the search section. Let me just find it real quick. Yeah, under the search section. and search EmuROMs. It'll be right there. And install that, and yeah, do what you did before. And there's a pretty big selection of Game Boy Advance games, which you can find on here. Like there is yeah, entire list. Here's like Sapphire and Emerald, and down here more there is Fire Red and Leaf Green. And by the way, you should already own the games that you were downloading for legal purposes, of course. And then I'll show you what I do for personal preferences to make it look better. You set the skin to 4 and you turn on scaling under options. And then you just select what game you want to play. And landscape and sound, I guess, if you want. Doesn't really matter, sound. It's just personal preference, of course. And then you has to Pokemons. And it's pretty awesome. And yeah, I've named my player Nibbin. But yeah, it's just cool like that. So